Good morning. Today is January 16th, 2024, Friday morning, before Shabbat. We're doing our daily warm-up with Tanya, Hasidic thought by Rabbi Shner Zalman of Liadi, as edited by Rabbi Chaim Miller. And we are now in chapter 12 of 53 of Tanya, making good progress. We discussed so far in the previous lessons. Today is lesson number 16, I think. 16 or 17, don't remember, maybe 17. Look the previous ones, you'll see it. And we discussed about 5 types of people: tzaddik, incomplete tzaddik, Benoni, in-betweener, Rasha, the bad person, and a real bad Rasha. And we focused that neither Benoni nor tzaddik, of course, nor complete tzaddik, have anything bad doing. They don't do anything bad in life. Certain not so good things may happen to them, and we discussed why. But those 3 categories, in different ways, in different types, do not fall into the sin. Some fully eliminated the klipa. We talk about soul, that the fruit is a divine soul, and a klipa, the shell, the peel, is a animalistic soul. Both are needed, but the tzaddik has conquered and transformed the bad klipa into the good. The incomplete tzaddik has caged it, controlled it, and the Benoni has both, but he mastered to not to succumb to that. So Tanya now discusses in chapter 14 that how do you actually get it? It's difficult to get to your divine soul. Once you get it, you're all powerful. All powerful, essentially. No special talent, Tanya says, a Hasidic thought. No special talent must be learned for me to be in total control of my thought, speech, or action. Through willpower and the brain, Tanya says that the animalistic soul resides in the left chamber of the heart, while divine soul resides in a brain with a temporary home in the right chamber of the heart. So divine soul is in the brain, actually. So when we say listen to your heart, that's not really Jewish thought. It's in your brain. The heart has home to your animalistic soul. The divine soul does have residence in the right chapter of the heart as a temporary shelter, but the main residence is in the brain. So the Tanya says, through the willpower alone, the brain, I can give or withhold active expression to any of my feelings. That doesn't mean it's easy for me to be in control, but it's possible. Then it quotes Ecclesiastes, King Solomon, by saying that everything in life has 2 equal balanced sides, the good and the bad. They're equal. It's like many religions, there's a good versus evil. The 2 spiritual universes fight each other. The good gods fight the bad gods. In Judaism, it's all one, but the spiritual forces inside of that are in total balance. However, one is slightly stronger than the other, and that is a good side, actually, the Tanya says. Even though Ecclesiastes said God has made one opposite the other, that the forces of evil, unquote, or the forces of evil match the forces of good, so as to give you the free choice. But then Ecclesiastes said in 2:13, and I saw that there is an advantage of wisdom, advantage to wisdom over stupidity, like the advantage of light over darkness. We see in today's world, in nowadays, what's happening in the world. It's really a fight of light against darkness. And now, for the maybe unique time in the history of mankind, the humanity has given the chance, the free choice, to choose light versus darkness, to choose United Nations supporting the horrible barbaric actions of massacring people, and the Jewish people trying to restore the balance in the university and move this balance towards the light. The light is now beginning to shine the world becoming lighter. but it is certainly the struggle. So the bubble of bad can burst, commentary to Tanya says, instantaneously with a little wisdom and enlightenment. Then Tanya continues, it's very interesting, talk about what happens, good lesson, the chapter 12, practical lessons. If another person acts abominably towards you, the self-mastery of the Benyoni, the in-betweener, demands a positive, loving response, devoid of any anger and resentment. It says, ask, how do we act if somebody has wronged us, badly? It says, you are the worst judge if someone has wronged you, since personal bias is so strong. So if somebody wronged you, the misfortune was meant to happen to you, regardless of who perpetrated it. Your antagonist happened to be a volunteer, in quotes, for the job. But if he would not have done so, or she, God would have found another willing agent to do the work. The practical lesson of the Tanya continues, if someone is mean or hurtful to you, remember this is only happening because God felt that it will be helpful for the evolution of your soul. It's difficult to accept sometimes to us. Sounds like, oh, that's not fair. Well, never seek revenge against people that hurt you. Actually, you should be nice to them because despite their malicious intent, they have really helped you. Either they have caused you to learn an important lesson or they have done something that will benefit you later on. We talked yesterday about today we'll do a practical lesson how to reach into the good in the divine soul of you, penetrate through the shell. And we said there's two ways to do it. You either have ability with your willpower to do that, which is difficult. Very few people can get to that full connection, disregarding the humiliation, disregarding thinking if I'm in total trance of prayer. People might be looking at me funny and strange. I can't really let loose completely. I'm still present in this world, and therefore I cannot act in such full control. Only I can do it on my own. But then again, it's very difficult to do it if you do it at home without the minyan, without the 10 people, 10 men getting together in synagogue. The opposite situation is to get together with people, and when you pray together, then our incompleteness, a small percentage of incompleteness not to be able to get there, gets eliminated. So we said today we just went off over 6 o'clock. If you have a problem, let's try this experiment. We talk about Indian yogas, be able to levitate themselves up. Translated to the Judaism, that would apply it, our soul is able to levitate itself and get in a connection with its divine soul. And once it does it, let's think specifically. If somebody has a, God forbid, a bad disease, or machlokas in the family, arguments with your wife, or kids, or parents, or relatives, or friends, or problems at work, financial issues, the OCD, obsessive compulsive disorder, or any problem, any serious issues that people have, that can be healed. Well, there's an element of doubt immediately comes to your mind. Really? It's all theory, but in practice, well, let's try that. I will concentrate right now and try to get to my divine soul. And you do the same. It's now 6:04 in the morning in Beersheba, Israel, which is roughly 11 o'clock at night the day before in the United States, or 4 o'clock, 4:04, 4:05 in the morning in London. So let's try that. I'll concentrate and you too, and we'll combine our energy and you see what effect it will do to you, specifically, not only mentally, but physically. Any diseases, any problems would go away permanently. And we'll see, and of course in the back of your mind you're thinking, really, will it happen? Will I be disappointed if I open up my eyes and nothing changed? Well, let's not go into that speculation. Let's not think about it. We will now test the power of the prayer, either individually or now together. Now, we're not physically together in the same room. I wish we were. But let's try this experiment and let me know if you felt an improvement in your situation. If you had OCD, it went away, or subsided, or went away completely. If whatever, God forbid, issue health, it gone away. It just cleared up. Let's try that. I will concentrate and I'll be quiet for a minute. And I'll finish with that after a minute. Let's try it. Let's pray. Shabbat Shalom.